other question I wish to raise is regards transport infrastructure to minimize congestion. Yes, I see the PM has addressed this MRT system. Could there be anything about the road traffic congestion? Thank you.
On this issue of transport, it is like what SM said, is really a product of our own success. The roads are more congested basically because more people can afford cars. And many families can afford 2 cars. So how do you want to manage that? Restrict ownership of cars? I don't think we have considered that road before. Should we then say one family can only own 1 car? We have this massive problem now about parking congestion because many HDB flats owners have 2 cars and they can't find places to park, or at least place to park near their homes. In my own home, almost all my neighbors have 2 cars, so they're parked all over the place. And when you want to drive out, it's a struggle. So road congestion traffic congestion is a part of the problem of success. Of course, if you ask LTA, the answer is raise ERP. So I've always tell my grassroots leaders, please don't complain too much about traffic congestion. Otherwise, you go to LTA, they'll say, we'll put out a gantry at your road, right outside your house, But I'm not sure, Mr. Gopin, right? Govin, what do you think we can do about traffic congestion? Because everyone who owns a car wants to drive it, and they want to drive it at a certain hour that is peak. I want to drive to work. I want to drive from work back to home. And naturally, you do add to the congestion. LTA's solution is ERP. If anyone has a better solution to ease congestion, I think we'll be more than happy to consider those suggestions. I mean, one of the suggestions that have come up is, look, even number plates can drive on certain day, odd number plates. But that basically means that the rich will then buy a car with 2, with each one plate. Then that will also add to more vehicles.
Don't talk about the rich. HDB flats, you were telling me just now they all have 2 cars. Almost everybody.
Yeah. Quite common, actually.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's worthwhile debating this. There is another solution, which is to have zero vehicular traffic growth. Let the COE take care of the number of cars on the road. So when your number of cars cannot grow because COE is so high, then the roads will be freer. So it's a combination of high COEs and lower ERPs. But we have opted in the last 10 years or so to give Singaporeans the 4 wheels. So we opted to have 3% growth in the car population and therefore use ERP to tweak it. Because one can argue that's fairer. Cars don't cause congestion unless they are on the road. So ERP is a solution. But cars cause parking congestion. Therefore, car park prices must go up. But no, we haven't come to that yet because it's going to go to another how. So there are solutions. So the question is, which is the best way forward? I think it's worth having a discussion.
Just to share quickly, SM, I remember buying one of my cars in 95. My COE was 60,000. And those were the years where all the young graduates complained that, look, car prices are so expensive. A Japanese car costs 150,000. And they're saying that, look, I'm a fresh graduate. I aspire towards owning a car. I can't possibly afford a car at that kind of COE prices. So can you imagine if your Nissan Sunny costs 130,000, 140,000? The cheapest car will cost more than 100,000. So the fresh graduates make a lot of noise, and that's where that period we started talking about, road congestion, measures to ease traffic congestion. And that's when ERP came about. And everyone says, yes, great idea. COE prices come down. I will buy a car. I will only use it when I need to use it. But, it didn't work because everyone started, after buying the car, they started using it. And we have massive jams. And I've been caught in so many of these jams. Every time I come out from my house, I look at the EMA's gantry that says, look, it takes you 1 hour and 10 minutes to get from your home to office. You just feel like giving up. Just saying, I call my office and say, I'm sick for the day. I'll come to work later.
Are you living near an MRT?
Walking distance about 15 minutes.
Okay. Get a bicycle. cycle to the station, and then MRT down to your office.
I will consider that.
Actually, the traffic congestion arises because I think Singaporeans are quite bad drivers, You see, if you take the ECP in the morning, until Rocho, people don't know where they're going. So, from the right-hand side, they swing, and they cut here, you see. But once it's clear already. So, my concern is maybe exactly what we did for Fort Road. The Fort Road entrance. Once you put a divider, everybody gets in lane, So, people don't swing out. That is my observation. The car population is not too bad. It's just that maybe at some areas we may have to increase the speed limit. Because otherwise they keep on stalling and hogging. That's what I think you may want to consider. The ERP may not be a good solution because people get fed up. Put it very bluntly. I pay $3 to get into a jam.
Correct.
You see what I mean? Now,
Therefore,
coming back...
Therefore, it should be $5.
Despite that, I think it's more the driving skills, how people swing from here. Okay?
I agree.
The other thing, because I suffer this every morning, you see, from my place from Tanjung Katong to Tanjung Pagar, there'll be a jam. But
that's
it's because of driving.
interesting. That's interesting, but also a relevant point. And it doesn't apply just to driving habits, also to traveling habits in buses, in MRT trains. So that's the part where we can concentrate on.
Yeah.
How, since we all got to travel by MRT or on the roads, how can we improve our driving habits and courtesy on the road?
Yeah.
So that we can also, in that sense, add more capacity to the road. So MRT trains, my understanding is people tend to crowd by the
doorway,
doors,
yes,
so that you can get out quickly. Well, if you all move in, then of course you create more space. And very importantly, when you have a parcel, don't put it by the side. Put it in between your legs, so that you don't occupy space.
No, I think other things have also been made because they've removed some seats. There's enough room for people to move in. Those things are very good things. I fully appreciate it because I do take the train too. The car park, I think we should have more car park lots. Or don't have this. I'm sorry to say this. Some may not agree. Sometimes you get free car park. People park there, never come out, I faced that in some places.
No, we should have more parking lots, but we've got to move into multi-story car park.
Yes.
Can you tell me where to build a multi-story car park? Is it in front of your flat or is it in front of his flat?
No.
No, these are real problems we face as MP.
No, HDB flats have very good multi-story car parks now, the HDB estates.
Yeah, but it's got to block somebody's view.
It's not that.
No,
it's
you're
not that
right,
bad.
you see. But whose view do I block? There's a question, you see.
My last item, I just want to emphasize, I'm not against this loyalty aspect because if I were not loyal, I've not been here all these years. Sure. I think when you organize this $9,000 to NS Man, it itself a payment already. I think is a matter of some form of token appreciation. The Senior Minister was right. Maybe something to do with the medication or what, medical benefits. Something to think about. Thanks, sir.